All Friday the 13th. Movies and series. The first movie is Friday the 13th in the Crystal Lake Field, the origin of everything. Jason's mother is the main killer. The movie was released in 1980. The second movie is Friday the 13th Part 2. A few months after the events of the first, and Jason is already an adult and appears for the first time and begins to avenge his mother. The movie was released in 1981. The third movie is Friday the 13th Part 3 days after the events of the second movie. Jason continues to murder a weekend in a row and gets the hockey mask. The movie was released in 1982. The fourth movie is Friday the 13th. The final chapter happens immediately from the events of the third movie. Jason dies and thus concludes the classic saga. The film was released in 1984. The fifth movie is Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. 5 years after the fourth movie follows Tommy Jarvis pretending to be the killer. Jason, and the movie is more of a spin-off and was released in 1985. The sixth movie is Friday the 13th. Jason lives years after the fifth movie. Jason resurrects and becomes supernatural. The movie premiered in 1986. The seventh movie is Friday the 13th, The New Blood. Shortly after the events of the sixth, Jason faces Uni's telekinetic powers and the Crystal Lake Field is key. The movie was released in 1988. The eighth movie is Friday the 13th. Jason takes Manhattan directly from the events of the seventh movie. Jason leaves Crystal Lake for the first time. The movie was released in 1989. The ninth movie, Jason Goes to Hell. The final Friday. Years after the eighth movie, Jason is physically destroyed, and the idea of the inner demon is introduced. The movie was released in 1993. The 10th movie is a crossover between Jason vs. Freddy, connecting the two franchises. The movie was released in 2003. Jason X is the last movie in the main saga. The movie was released in 2001 and based on 2455. Jason is frozen and taken to space. Friday the 13th is a remake of the main saga. The movie was released in 2009. Crystal Lake is an upcoming series that will premiere this year in December, and a new saga called Jason Universe will begin.